Okay, so let's go to the next part, which is the table view. So let me go back to the triple store. Yeah, so note here how I had some notes on the screen, and I'm looking at as nodes and links, but say I wanted to look at one of those separately. I double click on it, or I hit the letter T. So here you have all the views that we have: graph view, table view, outline view, query view, graphical query view, and letter T will get you to the table view. And so here we are, yeah, in the table, and the way you read it as triples is where you see, well, this this clinical trial 268814 has the brief title, the German project of heroin-assisted treatment of opiate-dependent patients. This clinical trial discusses, oh, it's a long text here, discusses some diseases, asthma, convulsions, and some drugs, some side effects. Now, if I'm interested in, say, cocaine, I click on cocaine, and now I can see here the chemical formula, the lookalike name, the description of it, the mechanism of action, everything else that's interested, the possible diseases that it could deal with, some synonyms, and then other clinical trials that talk about it. And then we are in a new clinical trial that talks about cocaine and dicipramine. Well, I can go to another. Actually, there's no more clinical trials. So actually can go back. I'll go to another clinical trial. Talks about abuse. There's a lot of trials. So now I'm in the disease database. And anyway, you can see how I jump from one spot to the other, but in a clear table view, and some people prefer this in certain cases. So that is the table view. And again, if I want to look at the full URLs of things, then you can hit the letter 8 and you see the full names for the predicates and the full names of this, but it's so ugly that most of the time we just use this. Yeah. And actually, if you wanted to add triples, this is the place where you can right-click a value, and then you can create a row for a new triple, or you can create a row for the same predicate. You can even delete triples, so you can even add triples this way when you wanted to. So I guess that's about all I want to say about the table view. Yes, let me go back here. So the table view is, oh, no, I forgot one important thing to mention, by the way. If you look at the table view, this is not a good example. Let me get to another, say, cocaine. So I'm now looking at cocaine. Then what you see here, at some point, is a big gray line. Yeah. Above the gray line are all the triples that start with cocaine. Yeah. Below the gray line is all the triples that point to cocaine. Yeah. So here, above the gray line, you would have something like cocaine is of type drugs. Yeah. So normal order. Below the line, you have the inverse. You say trial. This trial here discusses drug cocaine. So this is the reverse indices. You see, yeah. So for example, this trial mentions this drug, or sick sinus syndrome is has a possible drug cocaine. So it's in the reverse direction. It's important to realize that in this view we show both directions for triples.